In three, two, one, cue the music. Yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, NASM Master Trainer Tony Ariola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Today, we got a special show. As I started getting ready for the show, I started preparing my notes and the thorough research that we do to get the Fitness Avengers ready. I realized that this is a difficult topic. I spent the last 18 years trying to figure this out. And I broke it down to the top 10 reasons that fat loss feels impossible. Because I know it feels like you've tried everything and you quit every time. You start strong, you post that picture day one of my 90-day cleanse or P90X, and you always kind of fizzle out. And today we're going to tackle exactly how we can fix that and what you can do about it. We're going to tackle make sure that you understand the rules of fat loss, because that's the number one thing. We're going to give you some nutrition tips, go over some habit formation, self-talk. We're going to go over movement, exercise, how that fits in. We're going to have our popular segment, Ask the Trainer, our exercise spotlight, where we're going to cover some of the COVID exercises we've been doing at home. And we're going to have a drawing for some free training. So if you want some free training, I'm giving away 7 days of my online program, which has been super successful. By the way, we have somebody that lost 45 pounds already. Use the hashtag Mighty Muscle to jump in. Any questions, guys? This is going to be a pretty interactive show because there's going to be a lot of questions on this one. Put the questions in the comments and I'll answer those towards the end of the show. Use the hashtag Mighty Muscle and I'll send you a free copy of my Secret to the Skinny Guide. All right, enough with the commercials. Let's get started. The number one reason that you don't have success with fat loss is you don't understand it. And I've done this probably hundreds, maybe even thousands of times with people. We think we have some idea of how fat loss works, but if you can't explain it, if you can't teach it, then you don't understand it. You really have to master a few principles. But think about it. When you talk to your friend, what are you guys talking about as far as fat loss? Is it talking about more fruits and vegetables? I need more cardio. Yeah, I got to start running, or I got to stay away from carbs. Those are not the right conversations for fat loss. And if you don't understand it, if you have no idea how this works, or you have some idea but don't know it exactly, because there's no, I kind of know. You have to know, because if not, you will not be successful. You have to know exactly how fat loss works. So I wonder if I have a video that can share how fat loss works. Let's see. Hey, look, I have a video of how fat loss works. Let's bring in the wonderful video and see if we can help you figure this out. Oh, we already saw that part. Here we go. It's a great video. I recommend you watch it, the whole thing.
Immediately,
but let's get to the important stuff.
It stores those calories to be used later.
Oh, and that's how I get fat?
1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. You need to understand this relationship. Your skinny life depends on it.
Okay, but how do I lose fat?
The energy in our life works much like a balance. It is the energy in from the calories versus the energy out in the form of movement. Calories in versus calories out. When we eat more calories than our body needs, we store all that extra energy as fat. 1 pound of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. To lose weight, we need to eat less and move more. Your body needs to be in an energy deficit.
So to lose fat, I need to eat less and move more?
Yes. Think of more ways to eat less and move more. Cut calories, increase activity. You can do this. It's a simple concept.
Eat less, move more. I like that. It's simple. I can do that.
All right. So eat less and move more. It is a simple concept, but it can be really difficult to apply. And that's really where the magic happens. So now that you have that, and that's all it is, guys. Don't let people tell you it's something different. It's not. You got to eat less and move more. 18 years, 8 certifications, hundreds of clients trained, thousands of pounds lost. eat less, move more. That's it. Okay. You heard it here, not first. It's just not very popular. It's not a very popular answer. You want to think like, oh, I'm not doing intermittent fasting. That's why I can't stay away from the donuts. Definitely not it. So now that you understand how fat loss works, let's look at the number two reason why you're struggling. Too much energy in. That's really the nice way of saying you're eating too much, well, calories. Probably too much food and too much of the wrong food. But again, it just comes down to too many calories. And there's a difference between eating healthy and eating to lose weight. Eating healthy is, fruits, greens, nuts, lean meats, all these things you can eat healthy. But if you eat too much of it, too much calories, too much energy for your body, that's going to convert to fat, and that's going to go straight into those hips, straight into those skinny jeans. And a big misconception with calories is that people mismanage these things all the time. They think, well, I was good Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday is kind of like my cheat days. I have my cheat meals. But what people fail to realize is that calories are the currency of energy. What I mean by the currency of energy, they work exactly like money. So manage your caloric budget like you would your financial budget. Plan accordingly and don't go nuts over the weekend and don't spend your whole budget. I have a really good story to share with you about my friend named Rebecca. And let's look at Rebecca. She's kind of cool. She's a little stick. She's pretty awesome. You guys remember all these Instagram posts? So, like I said, calories work exactly like money. So let's figure out how Rebecca is stuck in this situation. Rebecca has money issues. She is always in debt. Credit card is just to the brim. One day she has a great idea to save some money. And Rebecca decides, hey, I'm going to save $5 a day for 30 days for a whole month. So Rebecca saved the whole $150. She's super excited about her savings. She's like, yeah, I just saved $150 this month. And the first day of the next month, Rebecca buys herself a diamond ring. It looks like a really nice one too, like a 5,000 diamond ring. Now Rebecca is negative 4,800 and what is it, $850. Don't be like Rebecca. Rebecca is dumb. So when you think about Rebecca and you think about how she's spending all her calories or all her money, she's really saving up for the weekend. And what I hear from a lot of people is like, Saturday is my cheat day, Sunday is my cheat day. I can eat whatever and my body will adjust, or I already worked out. The problem is that your body doesn't care. You're dealing with math. You're dealing with the first law of thermodynamics. You're dealing with the law of conservation of energy. It doesn't matter what you feel like you should or think should happen. Your body is going to look exactly how it looks based on how many calories you put in versus how many calories you burn out, you put out. Now that leads us to our number three one. Thanks, Rebecca. Not enough energy out. That's the top three reason. And this could be a viable one. It's probably not as big as not enough energy in, which is too much food putting in your mouth. It can also be possible that you're not moving enough. This is not exercising, not working out, not getting your steps. Maybe you're stuck behind a desk and you just can't move around. A good way to kind of figure out what you're burning is to get like a Fitbit, an Apple Watch, a Garmin. Any type of activity tracker will really help you figure out how many calories you're burning. Then from there, what you want to try to do is increase that activity, because increasing your activity level, like taking the stairs, parking further away, chasing your 3-month-old puppy around, that stuff will increase calories. When you increase the calories burned, then you create a bigger gap. Remember, eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. And you get there faster. So if you feel like you're not moving enough, how do you know what enough is? Well, you better figure that out, because if you're eating too much and you're not moving enough, well, then you're gonna start getting a lot of these guys start to compound, and that's never a good spot. Emoji Party. All right, if you're jumping on, I see Nicole is on here. Nicole, it's good to see you. Good luck back at work at that fantastic job. Make sure you hit those likes on the Instagram, on Facebook. Facebook loves it when people interact. And if it's better, it feels like I'm not talking to myself. I guess Kona's here, but she's actually drugged her. So well, I didn't drug her, but I didn't let her nap. So she's sleeping right now, which gives me the time to do my show since I'm on single dad mode right now. Now we're going to start getting. So now we have the basics, the game. We understand how the game is played. Energy in, energy out. You got to move more, eat less. That's how the game is played. No matter what anyone tells you. If you're not playing that game, that's one of the reasons you're probably struggling. You think it's a different game. No. No. It's not. I even, like I said, I've done so many certifications and so many people try to say like, oh, you got to do this just to know that no. Play the right game and give yourself a chance to win, because the harder part comes after that. And this is when we're talking about, so you're all probably this far away from success. And it comes down to that space between years. That's going to matter way more than anything else. And next week, we're going to get into more of identity and what you identify with. And that's going to help you make a lot better choices. But on this week, I want to tackle negative self-talk, which has been a big topic for myself, my online clients, and my virtual clients. Negative self-talk, what people tell themselves. And the reason this is a problem is because you're probably with yourself a lot. And what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, I can't? It's not for me. I always fail. This is so difficult. I don't know why other people can't, or other people seem to be able to, and I can never. It's whatever story you're telling yourself, it's more powerful because you're the one that's telling your story. So think of it like a little guy. Let's get a little guy in here. It's always better when you get little guys in here. Like say Jack is your little homie, right? He's like, hey, Tony. I say, what, Jack? You're a terrible swimmer. And I'm like, you suck. You're going to drown. You suck. You're going to drown. You suck. You're always last. And I'm like, oh man, I am always last, Jack. I'm a terrible swimmer. And then I go out there and I perform terribly. And now I get mad at myself, and I'm probably mad at Jack because he's my version of that negative self-talk. That's the story I was telling myself for a long time on the swimming. Now what I write in my journal, what I tell myself is that I'm not at the level I want to be yet. I'm working hard to become the best swimmer I can be. But that self-talk really helps determine the outcome. Now, what is your little Jack or your little Nicole or your little T telling you? And once we figure out what they're telling you, we want to figure out three things. We want to identify where that belief came from. Was there something that someone told you as a child of why weight loss was difficult? Did somebody make a comment? Did you try on some clothes? Did some of your friends say something about they always having a hard time? Where did that first identify that negative belief? Identify it. Okay, I can't swim. Where did that come from? Or I can't lose weight. Where did that come from? Once you identify it, now it's trying to figure out, when did it start? Did it start last week, 6 months ago? Was it after you had a baby, before you had a baby? When did it start? So once we try to figure out when it started, then we can start to change these self-talk, these kind of toxic stories that we tell ourselves. The next thing to look at is facts, right? You're telling yourself that you always struggle. Well, how many times have you actually really, really, really tried? Well, think about it. Not like I thought of trying, because I think about doing something may feel like you've done a lot of work, but you haven't. Right? I can think about, taking out the trash as much as I want, but until I actually do it, there's only action. So if you failed, how many times did you legitimately fail? Like you got a plan, you got a trainer, you've read the right literature, you did the right work, you listened, you got an accountability partner, you worked on the discipline, you really went 100% in that direction and tried your absolute best. How many times? Is it 3 times, 5 times, 100 times? I'm gonna guess it's not more than 5-10 times. And I think it's even less than that, because I think people think that doing something is the same as actually doing, but it's not. Thinking about doing something is not the same. You really want to make sure that you look at the data. when you've actually tried and tried hard, you probably had some success. And make that the beginning of your new belief of what's going to happen next. Like, I haven't had success yet, or so far I've gotten a lot of pieces of weight loss kind of figured out, but I haven't quite figured out everything yet. I'm almost there. I'm making progress, but I'm not exactly where I want to be yet. The story that you tell yourself, the narrative that you tell yourself, that little guy that's, telling you, if he's in your corner helping you versus breaking you down, you're going to have so much more success. But it all comes down to that space between the ears. And I know that you can do it because I coach people all the time and I work with a lot of people. But it's always fascinating that the track that you play, right? Just imagine, you wouldn't tell any of your friends that. You wouldn't tell your friends like, oh, dude, you're fat. You can't wear that. That looks dumb on you. You would never tell any of your friends that. So why do we tell ourselves that? Why? Don't try that. You're going to fail. When would you tell any friend, that anybody that you care about? You would never tell them that. But we tell ourselves that every single time. So think about that. Think about the story that you're telling yourself. Because I promise you, if you can change the story that you tell yourself, it's going to be incredible. Now, we know we're talking about weight loss right now, but this applies to everything. But right now, I want you to focus on finding what that thought is. Find it, smash it. If it's Jack, tell me, shut up, Jack. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a different person now. And watch how everything will start to shift for you. Sorry, I got a little fired up. And my puppy's still asleep, hopefully. So this is good. We're on a good one. Now, top reason number 5 is that there's unrealistic expectations of what success looks like. And we do a terrible job in fitness of educating people on what success. And the reason that we do a terrible job because it's not sexy. Nobody wants to hear, hey, if you work your butt off in 3 to 6 months, you might have some success. Hey, stick with me, and a year from now, you'll look better. Nobody likes that. People want, okay, what can I do in 10 days? Give me, T, you got me for 21 days, 60 days. And the problem is that nothing worth having works like that. And something as big, as powerful as changing your life through weight loss and appearance, because I know it's not so much about your appearance, but dropping that weight does have a big impact on your confidence and your self-esteem. And if that's the case, and I argue this is imperative that you do these things. Don't fall for the quick fix. At Precision, they talk about you're always looking for progress, not perfection. One step at a time. James Clear in Atomic Habits talks about little habits, little changes. Remember, weight loss is going to take time. And time doesn't care. Time only goes forward. So you tell people, okay, you can lose maybe like 1 to 2 pounds a week. I will say 1 pound a week would be pretty good. So in the last year, you would have lost 52 pounds. They're like, yes, that is awesome. But I didn't do anything in the last year. And I want it next week. Well, the problem is that time only goes forward. And if you waste another 3 weeks, another 4 weeks, that's 4 pounds. Another, like this quarantine time was what? 12 weeks. So theoretically, that would have been 12 pounds lost. Max would have been 24 pounds. But life was crazy. COVID's still nuts. I know they announced it that the virus ended on Friday, which I don't understand, but time does not matter. What you really want to focus on is building that consistency, building the discipline, and the time will take care of itself because it's going to pass by no matter what. And once you look back, if you've been making the right choices, you're going to make some really good progress. And that's ultimately what you want. So don't fall for the quick fix, guys. Please. I know on Google, it's hard. That's why it's hard for my stuff to get to the top because I don't say, oh, it's going to be a week. Like, no, it's going to be a really long time, no matter what. Because remember, there exists 2 types of hard. One hard is doing the work, getting in there, struggling, failing, learning, struggling, failing, learning, struggling, failing. That's hard. But the other hard is more the same, not fitting in your clothes, more failure, but with no end in sight. This one, at least there's gold at the end of the rainbow. This one is just horrible if it gets worse. High blood pressure, sleep apnea, back pain, you name it. It's bad. So please don't fall for the quick fix. Give yourself realistic expectations and look for progress not perfection. All right. So let's look at one of my favorite exercises to be doing here in this quarantine. We've been doing a lot of with clients is the standing back row. For this one, you're going to need, it's probably one of the most versatile exercises. You just got to wrap it around like a door or a hinge or a desk, something that's not going to snap back and pop on your face. But this one's going to work mostly your back, biceps, and your arms. And it's pretty versatile because you can do it standing. Let's see what this guy.
Take your band, wrap it around a fixed, sturdy object. Split stance, chest up, shoulders down, abs tight. Perform a standing back row.
All right, so you can see there, what you really want to focus on is pinching those shoulder blades in the back, keeping the shoulders dropped, keeping that chin tucked in, keeping the abs tight, and pinching the back. The actual sensation of the exercise should only be in the back. If you're feeling it in the arms, like the biceps, and you don't feel anything in your back, it could be because you haven't worked your back out before. This happens a lot with a lot of females and some males that don't really understand the back. The back muscle, that you should actually feel it in the back. Usually we have full function and full feeling of the biceps, but not the back muscles. So if you do this exercise and you don't feel it in the back, reach out to me or reach out to a local personal trainer that can help you get that feeling. Because if you don't feel it where you need it, it's not working. So cool. Feel it where you need it. Cool. It's a cool little line. Okay, it's time for a drum roll. Oh, hold on. Let's get rid of that guy. Oh, we have a whole 2 people for this week's drawing. So you got a 50-50 chance. Hi, Larissa. So good to see you in here. Hope you're amazing. Love your singing. Nicole, we're rocking and rolling. Let's see. Let's 2 people. Let's shake it up. 50-50 chance. And the winner for free training through my online training app, where so far 45 pounds is the most someone's lost, is, hold on, drum roll. Anna! Woo! Go, Anna. So Anna, I'll reach out to you. We'll set you up and we'll start working off the quarantine 15. We'll make it happen for you. Remember, if you guys want to be on this week for next week's drawing, completely free, just comment on here, say hi, say anything, ask a question, comment Mighty Muscle, and I will put you in the drawing, because we're trying to make everyone's life a lot better, especially with this quarantine going on. It's nuts out there. And today's Ask the Trainer question is from Sylvia in Seattle. And Sylvia has a pretty spiteful question, but I hear it a lot though. What if I don't want to count calories? Good question, Sylvia. And there's so many ways I can answer this. If you don't want to count calories, I understand. But it doesn't matter if you don't want to count them. So some people are doing do paleo or do keto or do whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't count calories, I only count macros. Well, you're still counting something, which macros are a form of calories. So that's the same thing. The other one is, so you're always gonna have to eat less and move more. The one way to really get away from not counting calories is by understanding the value of calories. You have to know where your caloric landmines are. So if you have a good understanding of, say, like guacamole may be, 1,400 calories, hummus might be like 1,100 calories. What do they drink on the weekends at those big drinks? I don't know, those big sugary drinks. those are a lot of calories. So whatever you're gonna put in your body, if you don't know the calories, you're gonna struggle. So you can get away from counting calories if you eat stuff that's all pretty low in calories, like fruits, vegetables, and you work on other habits like eating not quite when you're stuffed, just kind of where you're full, getting more activity. So you can get away from it once you have some grasp of it. And what I usually tell my clients is don't worry about counting calories forever. You're not going to count calories forever. You're only going to count calories till you understand the value of calories. Once you understand the value, then you don't have to worry about like inputting them into a tracking. But no matter what, you're going to have to understand the value of calories, the currency of energy. Join our Facebook group, the Fitness Avengers. We're up to 140 people in there, and we're helping people every day. I give people bonus info, more handouts, and just stuff to help you guys kick this quarantine 15. I'm also coming up with a Corona comeback kit So if you want to, it's a 21-day Corona combat kit. I don't know, one or the other. But I'll be sharing that with you so we can jump on and see if we can start melting off this Corona stuff. So this week I tackled the first 5. Next week I'm going to tackle the next 5, which is probably, if you understand the basics of this week's show, the next week we're going to get into like what the heavy lifting, like what's really when you pick up that rock, like what's really under that rock. We're going to tackle more of the mindset, how to get some more accountability, some more discipline, and we're going to tackle the rest of the reasons why fat loss seems impossible. So I know the pandemic ended on Friday. But just in case that it didn't end and we're gonna get like I don't know, more trouble with this, just be safe out there, guys. Be mindful of others. Everyone is experiencing much different levels of anxiety and stress. So don't blame somebody if they want to wear a mask or don't want to wear a mask. Just be mindful, everybody. Be kind. It's only going to help you. Hang in there. Please like, share, tag your friends that need help, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you. I appreciate you following me. I thank you for the support on the show. It's been awesome to share my knowledge with you guys, and I'll see you on the skinny side. Yeah, cue the music. Last time the music didn't play, so we're gonna play the music myself. Oh, cool! Look, it's not playing again. Goodbye.